we are going to see the topic operations on two-dimensional array in C programming. In mathematics, a matrix is a grid of numbers arranged in rows and columns. So here is the general format of writing the matrix. Here you can see 2 rows and 4 columns, so which is written inside this square bracket. For array in C language, we'll use to denote the arrays in terms of square bracket. So generally matrix is always denoted by number of rows into number of columns. Entering into the topic operations on two-dimensional arrays. Two-dimensional arrays can be used to implement the mathematical concept of matrices. So already we had studied matrices in maths, so here we are going to implement that one. So first of all, we are going to see the first operation, the sum of two matrices. So sum of two matrices. So sum of two matrices, A into M cross N equal to B into M cross N. So let me take A matrix and B matrix. So the number of rows and columns in both the matrices should be same. So then only we can perform the addition. So if both the rows and columns of A and B matrix are equal, we can perform the addition. So see here, the rows and columns in both the matrix are same. So hence we can just simply add the. So we can just add both of them. So the number of rows and columns must be same. And the same condition is applicable for the subtraction of two matrices. So they also must have the number of rows and columns should be same. See here, they also have 2 cross 2 matrix in both A and B, so it's very easy for us to write A 1 1 minus B 1 1. So the condition for both addition and subtraction is same. And coming to multiplication, which means product. So the product of two matrices is possible when the column of the first matrix is equal to the row of the second matrix, which means I'm just taking M cross N. So this is my first matrix and B into M cross N. This is my second matrix. Here you take the column of the first matrix and row of the first matrix should be same. Then only you can perform your multiplication. Let me show you the example. So here's the example, clearly explains the condition for multiplication. So in first case, you see the column of the first matrix is equal to the row of the second matrix. So easily we know that it is it obeys the condition, hence we can multiply it. And see the second condition, you can't multiply because the column of the first matrix and rows of the second matrix are not equal. So I think you clearly understand this. And coming on to the transpose of a matrix is a very easy one. So it's just the interchanging of the rows and columns. So let me tell, A is equal to M cross N. So A transpose means you just interchange the columns into rows and rows into columns. Okay, let me show you an example for the transpose. See here, so B, they had given B is equal to 2, 3, 6, 3, 4, 5, 6, 5, 9. So they are just interchanging for the B transpose, right? The rows are changing to columns and the columns are changing to rows. So if we know the logic for these operations, it is easy to write and run the program related to this topic. So let us enter into writing a program. Yes, first we are going to write a program for transpose of a matrix. So first include the header file. I'm including 2 header files, stdio.h and conio.h. So it's your choice to give your main function int main or void main. And I'm declaring my variables in integer itself. And first of all, I'm going to enter the elements to which I need a transpose. And I'm giving the for loop to include the condition. So here I'm giving the I is equal to j, I is less than 3 and I plus plus. I'm giving post increment. So here I'm using the for loop condition for both I and j. So first I'm just use printf and scanf statements to enter your elements, because you are just inputting your values through keyboard, so you must use scanf. And so here we know the logic. The matrix of ij must be changed into matrix of ji, right? Here just you see. So here we had clearly given the condition. So let us see what the output will be. So now we are going to run the program. Yes, so it's asking us to enter the elements. So now I'm going to enter the elements. So I'm just performing a transpose for 3 cross 3 matrix. So I'm just giving how many numbers? 9 numbers. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 and 9. Yes, it is showing you the elements of the matrix also it has shown, and the transpose, you see the interchangement of rows and columns are clearly seen. So it's a very easy program. So this is the output for the transpose of a 3 by 3 matrix. And now we are going to write the program for addition of two matrices. So here also I'm just including my header file and I'm declaring my variable in the integer data type, and I'm just entering the rows, number of rows and number of columns, and in both here we have to take two matrices. So it's similar to the transpose of a matrix. So here you just see the command, number of rows and columns on both the matrices must be equal. So here I'm giving the command. So if you know the logic, it's very easy to write the program. So here also I'm using the for loop to include my condition. I'm giving the condition for both I and j. So I is less than rows 1 and I plus plus. And also I'm just giving the matrix 1 and matrix 2 through, I'm just inputting, and here we are just adding both the ones, so I'm just storing them in the sum. So here you see sum is equal to matrix 1 ij plus matrix 2 ij. So and then you're just printing that sum here, and here you're just printing the sum. So now we just run and see what the output is came. So it's just asking us to enter the number of rows and columns for both the matrix 1 and matrix 2. So I'm just entering, and it's asking us to enter the elements of the first matrix. So I'm giving 2 cross 2 matrix, so 2 and 3 and 4, and enter the elements of second matrix. So I'm giving 4, 5, 6. It's your wish to give, so I'm giving 5, 6, 7 and 8. Yes, you are receiving the output. So this is the output for the sum of two matrices. And now we are going to write the program for multiplication of two matrices. So this is also similar to the way what we had written in the addition of two matrices. So here also you have to include your header file and include the data type, variables in data type, and here also you just enter the number of rows, and here I'm just multiplying and storing them in the result 5 5. So here I'm just storing in it. So in the addition of matrices we had stored in sum ij. So here we are just going to store them in result ij. So in first of all, the same procedure we are following. Enter the number of rows in the first matrix and number of columns, number of rows in second matrix and number of columns. So here you just see the command here. Number of columns in the first matrix must be equal to the number of rows in the second matrix. So and then here also I'm just using for loop to include my condition for both I and j. So here what we have to do is I'm just giving k. Also here I'm included the third variable. So here I'm just using k for k variable. Also I'm just using the for loop condition to multiply my matrix. So here I'm just matrix is multiplied, and that should be stored in the result of I and j, and the element of the product matrix are, and I'm just printing out the result. So let us run and see what the output will be. So we are going to run the program. So it's asking us to enter the number of rows in the first matrix. So here we are given the number of rows, columns in the both first and second matrix. So it's asking us to enter the elements of the first matrix. So I'm giving 1, 2, 3 and 4. So we are performing multiplication for 2 by 2 matrix. So it's enough to give 4 numbers. Yes, it had given you the output. So it's very easy to run all these programs. So this is the output for the multiplication of two matrices.